Cover the tale of the missing GoPro, and this is a non-paid advertisement. Really, I'm just going to tell you guys I like GoPro because I like GoPro. Use them all the time. And so hi, my name is Jason Woods. Welcome to Chasing Apex. Today we're just going to cover some of my equipment. So I'm kind of cover the tale of the missing GoPro, and this is a non-paid advertisement. Really, I'm just going to tell you guys I like GoPro because I like GoPro. Use them all the time. And for about a year, I've been using GoPros exclusively, that and my camera phone. So sometimes, you know, somebody will come and they'll have a camera and it'll be awesome, and they'll take some flat photos, and we'll add those to the videos. But generally, it's me filming by myself or filming with whoever I'm with. And so I'm gonna want to run you guys through that. So I've lost this GoPro. I've lost a lot of GoPros. And generally they just turn up. Well, in this case, I lost my Hero 8 on the last filming. So that'll be the CTSV film if you guys haven't seen that. I think it's my best film. I think it's my best edit. But I'll put a link in the description just because I like the film. After that, you know, there's a lot of films I like, but I think that one was definitely where I put in my most work for editing. So I edit by myself, I film by myself. Generally, unless somebody else is there, then, you know, they'll assist. It's really hot here today, by the way. It's something like 112 with humidity. So anyways, people always ask me, what kind of cameras do you use? Extensively, I use GoPro. GoPro is not paying me for this. So, you know, what happened was I lost the suction cup in the middle of the drive. And, you know, I'm going to clip to that film here in a bit. But what happened is it was like tumbled, and then it sat there while we were continuing to talk. And then when we went to go do a camera change, the GoPro was gone. And so when we went back, we found it and it had been run over. So it was pretty interesting stuff. However, the footage was still there. So GoPro makes an excellent product, and yeah, I'm not getting paid to say this. They're not giving me a camera either. Come on, GoPro. Come on. No, I'm just kidding. I ordered another one. But I really like the Hero 8 and extensively use their equipment. So if you're wondering, I'm going to go through that equipment right now. You guys can kind of see what I do with it. And thanks for watching Chasing the Apex. Go through this, I'm just going to tape from my phone. So generally before we lost the 8 was what I considered the outside camera. I used 3 GoPros. The GoPro Hero 7, which is here. This is actually my interior camera. Now I use this because it has a external button there, or an external plug-in, and that's kind of what we use for our mic. And so what I have to use is this like dongle, which is like super expensive, and then these lavalier mics that go with it. Now the 8 was like for everything else out exterior. So, you know, if I was taping myself, you'd see me using this deal. You know what I mean? Also, some of our rollers, a lot of our rollers are used with this. This would be on there as well. Now, what I like about the 8 and the 7 is this. I can change batteries. So using the battery change, or being able to change like memory cards on a long shoot, that's a huge ordeal. Because if you're using the white as an example, the white uses a little micro USB, and that micro USB requires a full charge. So I have to plug it in somewhere. Now the white is kind of my first camera and my backup camera. And it's amazing. This actually has a tail. So I've lost this about 6 or 7 times, and people keep returning it. And it's sat outside in the wet and the cold, and people still return it. And yet the footage is still on here. And so these are really amazing little things, and I love them. And no, GoPro's not paying me for this, as I said at the beginning, but really a wonderful product. Now the 7, again, I say it's my interior camera, and that's literally because of the mic plug-in. So what I don't want to do in general is I don't want to be without mic. You know, I think when you're filming, you know, at least I've been learning as I go through this, the very most important thing I do is try to get audio right. And on this, I'm filming on my phone. My phone is a Samsung Galaxy S8. It's all cracked, it's all beaten up. So I hope this footage is okay with you guys. Now with the GoPro Hero 7, you actually have to have a casing and a mount. With the Hero 8, it kind of snaps down. And I wish I had the Hero 8 here for you guys to see. However, I can't find it. But as you guys will see from the footage, or have seen from the footage, the it comes out really well. So when you see me doing things, you wonder, hey, how'd Jason get that shot, or how'd he film by himself? This is kind of how I did it. So if you look, I'll set up 2 GoPros, on a couple of these stands, or using that stand over here, and then I'll kind of film a couple rollers on that. So that's how you kind of get your outside shots of rolling. Now, this is my interior suction cup. Now, as you can see, I'll mount that inside, and it's got a short mount. So what I'm trying to do with the short mount is get a good visual of the cabin and us driving before I cut to something else, some kind of B-roll. This is my external. Now, I really should have a more professional mount, and you guys can see where it kind of came off there and got damaged. And so what happened, I think, is not that it wasn't clean, because I clean it before every shoot. I think what occurred was simply it was too hot, and it's about a year old, so I don't know exactly what happened, but the heat was somewhere in the hundreds, and it came off, so high horsepower car, mid corner, and it held for a good long time. I mean, it must have held, according to the footage, for about 5 or 6 minutes. So yeah, pretty impressive stuff. I'm gonna need to get a more professional mount though, I think, if I continue this, because the reality is I don't like breaking GoPros. Now, so I'm going to switch to my GoPro Hero 7 again, and you guys will kind of see what I mean by that. So thanks for watching Chasing Apex. So I didn't film any cars this week. It was just way too hot, and I'm missing a camera. I don't like using our B camera. I don't like using, when I say our, whoever's with me, I don't like using the Hero 7 White, because the reality is that battery can drain just sitting there. And then in the heat, it actually gets a little funny. So, you don't necessarily get the quality. And you can see that, like, if you go back to the beginning and look at our earlier videos, the Hero 7 White doesn't necessarily give me the same quality that the Hero 7 Black or the Hero 8 would. So I try not to use it unless I absolutely need to. So anyways, thanks for watching Chasing the Apex. I did order another GoPro and a more professional outside mount. So hopefully I won't lose any more cameras. But I wanted to kind of walk through that really quick video, just so you guys have something from me, and you guys can, and I can answer that question. Hey, what do you use? I use GoPros. If there's another suggestion, if you guys have a suggestion for another set of cameras for me, let me know. Leave it in the comment below. If you have another set of action cameras that you think, hey man, these are better, let me know. Leave it in the comments below, or send me an email. I'll leave my email there too. You guys have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week, and thanks for watching Chasing the Apex.